Hey everyone, happy Sunday. Hope you guys are having a wicked weekend. I wanted to pop on here. I am pretty busy right now. I'm heading out on a flight to Vancouver, but I felt the calling to do this live and knowing that somebody needed to hear this right now. So I'm gonna do this quickly. It's something that I learned at one of the business events that I was at in New Zealand. Hey guys, if you guys are here, say hey, let me know where you guys are coming from. I'm going to share with you exactly what I learned at this event. And with this knowledge, it could completely shift your life. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing it all with you guys in hopes that this is going to help somebody to get through something or just excel your life in some sort of way. So this was from speaker Colin James. He is absolutely incredible, but it's a transformation curve and what transformation looks like. So when you expect what's going to happen, it's going to completely change everything. So the normal life transformation curve, okay, so it looks something like this, okay? So when we're going through life, we all have those ups and downs in life, right? So when you're coming down into that, you're living your life and then you're just about to go into that down, this is what's going to change absolutely everything for you guys. Because once you know this transformation curve and you know how to change your actions so that you can increase everything, it's going to completely change everything. So the normal person, right here, you're going to lose focus. Okay? So this is the very first thing. When most people, you're going about your life, doing your thing. Can you guys read that? This is lose focus, okay? So as you're going through life, you recognize that you're starting to lose focus in whatever you're doing, whether it be relationship, business, anything, any area of your life. This is lose focus. So that's the very first thing. And then here, you're going to start feeling boredom. Okay? So then you start feeling boredom. And you're going to start feeling irritated. And you're going to start complaining about things. Unfortunately, most people are living in this stage. Okay? So irritability. Complaints. Okay? And I've been here. I've been living here in this stage where you're complaining about everything. You're just irritable. You're bored with your own life. And you're so maybe you start looking into other people's lives and judging other people. But my biggest thing, if you are looking at other people's lives and you have time to do that, you're not taking enough action yourself. So you need to be able to look internally for the answers because you have all the answers that you need inside of you. You just need to look for them, right? So once you start getting into this stage, this is where it comes down to you. You need to start realizing once you lose focus, okay? That's your very first little trigger, little light bulb moment where you're like, oh shit, I'm losing focus, okay? Then you're gonna start feeling boredom, irritability. You might start complaining about things. Hey guys. And then it kind of just goes down from there, right? So this is the slope that you don't want to be going down, but it's normal. It's normal to have this happen, guys. We all go through it. This is a normal transformation of life, okay? So then we get down here and we start having anxiety. How many of you guys have felt anxiety in your life? Give me, if you guys that are on here with me, have you guys ever felt anxiety? Let me know, because I know everybody here has felt anxiety. So this is anxiety. Okay? And then if you don't make a change, it's going to keep going down. This is where I'm going to show you the very first curve, and then I'm going to show you how to get back out of it. So totally cool. So you have anxiety. And then your next one is depression. Okay? So anxiety is worrying about the future. Depression, more or less, is just living, worrying about the past, worrying about, depression. You don't want to get to that stage. And if you're in that stage, it's totally cool because I've been there. So many other people have been there. But there's always a way out, okay? So here you have your anxiety, then you have your depression, okay? And like I said, if you're here, totally cool. But acknowledging that you're there is the very first step to anything, if you're going to make any change, okay? And then unfortunately, if you keep going down this path, that's where you have death, okay? So we do not want to get to this point, okay? So what to do from here, okay? We've all been in that time where you just feel like you're going down this path and you're like, man, what the heck do I do to get out of this funk? So this is where you need to look internally, and you need to find something that sparks that. You need to find something that's going to give you that energy burst to get you back out of this. Whether that's, like, look internally, start doing things that you enjoy. I know a lot of times you just forget, like, you get caught up in the hustle and bustle of life, like work, running the kids to work, like doing stuff for everybody else, but you're not taking care of yourself. So once you learn this curve and you start realizing where you are on this curve, that's where you need to look internally, okay? So then you need to find out what that spark is for you. That spark is different for everybody. For me, it's going to events. Like when I first started my journey 3 years ago, I was going down this slope and I was definitely here. I was like hovering in this area. I didn't know what to do. And my mom dragged me to an isogenics event. And the only reason I went to that very first event was because she cried when I bailed on her the year before. So thank you, Mom, for crying, because it got me to that damn event. So I went to Vegas and went to this event, and Tony Robbins was there. If you guys don't know who Tony Robbins is, look him up. He's an amazing motivational speaker. And I literally came out of that event 3 hours with him, and I came out like, it was that spark for me. It gave me that drive. It gave me that passion for life again. And it just kind of, that's where like the spark was for me. And then it started going up, okay? So you need that energy spark. So that's right here. Okay, so you got your energy spark. So this is going to be different for everybody. This is going to be different for everybody. So you just have to find out what that spark is for you. Go to an event, be with positive people, be with people who have the attributes that you are looking to achieve, and that's going to be able to bring you out of this. So whatever that energy burst is for you, you got to go and get out of your comfort zone and go to that event. Go do that activity. Go surround yourself with those people. It's going to be scary as heck. You're going to be going down this curve and you're like going to be scared shitless. Like, yeah, we get that. Everybody goes through this, but you need to get yourself out of it, because you're the only one. If you don't make that change, nobody else is going to make that change for you. Like, it comes down to us. We look for so many external validations, but it all comes down to us. So whatever this energy spark is for you, find out what it is. Go trial and error until you find out what that spark is for you. And then light that spark, okay? This is where it gets exciting, okay? So then from here, this is where it's going to go up. And that's where the magic happens, okay? So from here, you have your energy loss. So it goes down a little bit. Your energy loss, okay? So you go to that event, you go do that thing that gets you so excited, and then we start going down. You're like, what the heck, Laura? Like, we're going down. This isn't the direction that we were supposed to be going in. But don't worry, guys, it gets better. So when you're at this energy loss, like, expect it. The whole thing with this is once you understand this, like, maybe watch this video a couple times until you really, truly understand this, because it's going to give you the expectation for your life. And when you can anticipate what's going to happen in your life, you can be so much more prepared. And that's what it's all about, right? Is just being more prepared so you can take that action that you need to take to get yourself out of situations. So expecting that you're going to have that energy loss. So you go to that event, you have all these brilliant ideas. You're like, yeah, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go home and do that. But then life kicks in, right? And you're like, man, and those beliefs that are in your head, you're like, man, who do you think you are to be able to do that? Like, no, I just want to stay in my comfort zone. I want to stay inside, watch Netflix. I want to chill. Like, I want to stay doing my average life. But then that little bit inside you is like, no, like, Laura, we want more. We want more. But then you have that voice inside of you that's like, stay the same at all costs. Do not change. That's scary as heck, right? So you're going to have your energy loss. And then you're going to have your pit, okay? Your pit. So it does get worse than the energy loss. So when you hit your pit, you're like, shit, like, what the heck am I doing with my life? I can't do this. You're going to have all this talk in your head saying you can't do this. Like, who do you think you are to be able to do this? Other people are going to start chiming in and being like, man, who do you think you are trying to do this, right? But then once you really stay with the course, stay with what's inside your heart, because that's what truly matters. Everything else that's going on in everybody else's life, it doesn't matter. It's all about you and what you want to do with your life. And true fulfillment is just knowing that you have everything inside of you that you need to be successful and to be happy, and not try to rely on anybody else to get that happiness. Okay, so when you hit that rock bottom, stay the course. Do not give up. So then you're going to keep putting in the action. The key is when you hit that pit, that's when the action kicks in. You need to take action. You can't sit on your butt and just hope that things are going to get better for you. Like, no, you need to want to get better yourself. So when you hit that pit, that's where the action comes in. So you're going to, regardless of all those negative thoughts in your head, you are going to take action, okay? And you're going to find some hope. You're going to have some hope. Yay, you're like, man, are we actually doing this? Oh my gosh, things are happening. And then you're going to keep climbing, you're going to keep putting in that action, keep having hope. You're like, oh, we're doing this, we're changing our life. Oh my gosh. And then you're going to get up here and you're going to have massive joy, okay? This is what you want. You want that massive joy, right? Like, we all want that in our lives. So you're up there, you're like, yeah, life is so good. I did that. Like, I just grew so much. Like, I just did something that I never ever thought that I would do. And you can start this transformation with something super, super small. It doesn't have to be any, like, you don't have to be like, I'm going to quit my job and go do this. Like, no, like, start small with any little goal that you have, something you've been scared to do. Like, maybe you guys could put in the comments, what is something that you guys have been scared to do, but it just, you feel like you have been called to do something in that area? Or maybe it's like, just something like, what is something that you've really been like feeling like you've been called to do, but there's something inside of you that's holding you back? So you got there, you had this amazing joy, you're like, holy crap, like, I just accomplished that, like, wow, like, I am so proud of myself. And then you're working along at that level, you're like, yeah, shit's groovy, okay? But then, once you get up here, you have to expect that you are going to shoot back from here, over here. Because life is all about growth. If we're not growing, you're dying. And that's what this portrays, okay? So if you're not growing, you're not constantly going up this curve, you are dying. And we don't want to be going down this path of unfulfillment, right? We want to have a nice, fulfilling life of happiness so we can spread that joy to so many other people and make this world a better place, right? So expecting that you're going to go from that point of joy, and it's going to go back to losing focus because life kicks you in the pants. Shit gets real, and you're going to start losing focus. You're going to start getting bored. You're going to start getting irritable. And if you don't make the change, if you don't light that spark, you're going to start complaining about things again, and that's when you know you need to take action. Like I said, if you are complaining about things, it's because you don't have enough action in your own life that you are now looking at other people, okay? So once you start realizing that you're losing focus, if you can light that spark as soon as you start losing focus, do that energy burst, start shooting back up this curve, that's where you're going to have massive success and really quickly. The quicker that you can start recognizing that you are shifting down this curve and you make a change to light that spark so that you can go back up that curve again, the quicker that you can figure this out, light it up so you're always on the move, and then you're going to shoot back here knowing that as soon as you lose focus, you got to light that spark again. So keep making changes. It's going to be scary as heck, but that's where it comes. So then boredom, irritability, you start complaining about things. Guys, if you're starting to get back to this point, you need to do something to light that spark again. So then figure out what that spark is. Maybe you need to do something spontaneous. Maybe you need to mix it up, go do something. Maybe you want to start looking for a new job. Maybe you want to start going out and networking and meeting some new people. Anything that you can do to reignite that and to change things up, you're going to light that spark again and keep going up this curve. And that's really like how you're going to find happiness and how you're going to have that fulfilling life. Because if we're not growing, guys, we're literally dying. Like, what are we here for on this earth if we aren't trying to make things better and to improve ourselves and to just live that most epic life, right? So I would love to hear what you guys, like, what type of goals you guys are working on right now. If you found value in what I just shared, like, Colin James is incredible. He blew my mind when I went to the event and came out. And I apologize that it's taken me so long to share this with you guys, but I've had a lot going on, so I felt really compelled to share this with you guys today. If this is something that you feel like somebody else could benefit from, please share this out on your page. Please tag them in it. I feel like if somebody really, really, really needs to hear this today, and the more that we can get out this, spread this love, spread this positivity, just help people learn and help people grow, because you don't know what you don't know. And sometimes, even if it's on Facebook, like somebody might not be willing to go to an event right now, but they might be willing to watch a video like this from home. And if that could change somebody's life and get them on that path back up to that joy, then that is like my whole goal in life, is just to spread that love and that light. So if you guys found value in this, please let me know. I love you guys. I hope you had an amazing weekend, and keep making those changes, and just know that it's always going to get better. Expect that there's ups and downs, and you are more than capable of making like all of your dreams a reality. So I love you guys, and have an amazing, amazing night. Bye guys.